Hey guys, what's up? Zijin Cheng here, and this is the Voyo WinPad A1S. Voyo is a lesser-known Chinese tablet brand behind the big ones like Teclast, Onda, and Chewy. They have released some products in the past, but they don't have much hype. However, this tablet could be a game changer. This 10.1-inch tablet comes with great specs, great build quality, and possibly a good battery. And it's pretty cheap. So, let's get started. I have mixed feelings about the build quality on the Voyo. The tablet looks pretty sweet, and the metal finish feels pretty good as well. The rubbery plastic on the ends of the tablet makes it feel really grippy as well. Overall, it feels solid in hand and also feels quite expensive. However, I didn't like how big it was. Thin tablets with no bezels are all the rage now, and this tablet has pretty big bezels around the screen, making it look big and chunky. Voyo claimed this tablet is 6.8mm, but I think they switched the numbers around as it's around 8.6mm. The volume, power, and home buttons are on the right side, while the micro USB, mini HDMI, and earphone jack are up top. The micro SD card is located on the left. The build quality of this tablet is very good, and the metal makes it feel really premium. Most all-metal tablets are pretty slippery and can slip out of your hands easily, but the rubber makes it feel grippy as well. However, the size of the tablet is pretty big, so that is something to keep in mind if you're considering this tablet. Something strange though, my hands started sweating if I held onto the metal for too long, but that could just be my hands being just weird. The Voyo has a 10.1-inch screen that features a 1280 by 800 resolution. I don't really care about pixel density, I'm usually the last to complain about low resolutions, but 1280 by 800 on a 10.1-inch screen is pretty noticeable. I can tell if I'm browsing a text-heavy website, but it is less noticeable with gaming, movies because of faster frames. The brightness of the screen is actually pretty good. I don't have an exact number from Voyo, but I estimate it to be around 500 nits. It's visible in direct sunlight, which I'm pretty impressed by. The color on the Voyo screen is also very rich. If you're looking at pictures, you almost forget about how few pixels there are on the screen, as you marvel at the rich colors the panel produces. I'm seriously impressed by how much the colors jump out at you. It's just a pity that it's paired with a subpar resolution. The Voyo WinPad A1S does not have Gorilla Glass, but the glass is tough enough to avoid scratches, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Voyo was heavily advertising its dual speakers on the back of the tablet. I couldn't quite translate it directly, but I'm pretty sure what they're saying is something about having more space or a bigger driver or something like that. Anyways, those speakers pump out more than adequate sound quality, definitely enough for listening to music, podcasts, games, and movies. But it kind of lacks bass, so big explosions sound more like fireworks. The speaker volume is really good though. It's nice and loud and pretty easy to hear. A decent 7500 mAh powers the Intel processor and a relatively large 10.1-inch screen. I'm a little unsure of what to expect about the battery life, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Battery testing procedures are the same as smartphone procedures, but I repeated each test twice, one for each operating system. So first I tested it on Android. I set the brightness to 250 nits and reloaded a web page every 10 seconds, and the Voyo A1S lasted 7 hours and 20 minutes, which is pretty good. I then looped a standard definition video until the tablet died, and it lasted for 6 hours and 20 minutes. I'm surprised that the video playback battery test is lower than browsing, which is usually the higher one. But anyway, the web browsing result is great, while the video playback is also not bad. I then performed the same test on Windows and got the same results. So in conclusion, battery life is good. You won't have to worry about battery life as this tablet will last you a whole day on heavy use, no problem. I got 2 days of battery life out of this tablet with light use. This tablet features Android 4.4.4 KitKat as well as Windows 8.1. You were able to switch between operating systems by opening the OS Switcher app on either operating system. Pressing the button initiates a shutdown on either operating system and boots up the other. Switching between operating systems took a pretty long time, around 2 minutes, which is something I had hoped they would cut down on. But Voyo has left the Android portion of the tablet completely stock and haven't installed any bloatware at all, which is something I really appreciate from manufacturers. General use of this tablet in Android is quite fluid, but not as smooth as Chinese Android phones nowadays, which are on par with Nexus devices, which is very impressive. However, it is as smooth, if not smoother, than the Galaxy Tab S 8.4 or any TouchWiz tablet in general. The Intel processor had no problem multitasking. There is no lag at all when launching apps or even when switching between apps. The Windows side of the Voyo has a much better user experience than Android. General use in Windows is miles ahead of Android in terms of smoothness, and the Metro version of Internet Explorer is absolutely amazing as well. The overall user experience is a lot smoother than even Nexus devices. Not only because of the firmware optimization, but also because the Windows 8.1 designers made the animations feel a lot snappier, resulting in what we perceive as increased responsiveness compared to Android. However, Metro apps from the App Store seem to take up a lot more space and resources than the same app on Android. So launching these apps is a lot slower than on Android, and it also takes up some more space on the hard drive. Gaming on either operating system was smooth, no lag at all. This tablet won't run Crysis obviously, but any game from either App Store in Windows or Android, and even light Windows games like Hearthstone or Portal 1 ran perfectly well, so you will be able to play some light games on this tablet. I ran the Antutu benchmark and was given a score of 33,000. This is what other Z3735 tablets get as well. The Voyo has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth wireless connectivity. Both work as expected and reception is as good as any other tablet or smartphone. This tablet doesn't support GPS. Both the front and rear facing cameras are both pretty bad. They are just good enough for video calls, and that's about all you should be using these cameras for. Even selfies are going to look terrible. However, just a note, most Chinese tablets in general have pretty bad cameras, so this tablet isn't an exception to the rule. The Voyo WinPad A1S has so many good things going for it. It has a brushed metal body that makes it feel super premium. It has great specification. You are going to be able to run anything on it. It also has a great user experience and good battery life. And these are all really good reasons to buy this tablet. Pretty much the only thing bad about this tablet is the low resolution. But if you can live with such a low resolution, I say go for it, as it costs just about $140, and that's without coupons too. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this review. If you like this and want more, hit the subscribe button below and check out the other videos that should be popping up right now.